The glass shattered before I realized my hands were shaking. It wasn't the expensive wine glass slipping from my fingers that jolted me. It was a look on Daniel's face. That split second when his eyes flicked from the envelope in my hand to my mouth, frozen mid-breath, like he already knew what I was about to say. Like some part of him had been waiting 37 years for this moment. "I need to tell you something," I said, though my voice sounded far away, like it belonged to another woman standing in our kitchen. The envelope was old, yellowed, soft at the edges from being unfolded and refolded more times than I could count. I'd hidden in the back of my jewelry box since before we were married, before we built this quiet life of routines and shared glances and unspoken assumptions, before I learned how easy it was to survive by not asking certain questions. Daniel didn't move. He just stared at me, jaw tight, knuckles white against the counter. "Now?" he asked. "After all this time?" That hurt more than I expected. Not anger, not confusion, just exhaustion. I nodded. "I can't carry it anymore." The truth had always been heavy, but lately it pressed against my ribs when I tried to sleep, whispered through my chest when he kissed my forehead goodnight. It had a voice now, and it was tired of waiting. I met Daniel when I was 22. He was steady in a way that made me feel safe, like the world couldn't tilt too far if he was nearby. We married fast, too fast, my mother said, but love felt urgent back then, necessary, like oxygen. A year into our marriage, I got sick, not visibly, not dramatically, just tired, withdrawn. I told Daniel it was work stress. I told myself it was temporary. And then, one afternoon, while folding laundry, I found the first receipt. A hotel bill, local, paid in cash. I remember standing there, the hum of the dryer filling the room, telling myself there had to be an explanation, a conference, a mistake, a client meeting gone late. I folded the receipt and tucked it into my pocket, like it was something fragile, something I might need later. More signs followed. Lipstick on a coffee mug I didn't own. Late nights that came with rehearsed stories. A new cologne he claimed was a gift from a coworker. Every red flag arrived softly, politely, as if asking permission to be noticed. I didn't confront him. That's the part that still tastes bitter in my mouth. Instead, I did something worse. I opened myself to someone else. It wasn't dramatic. No smoky bars or secret weekends away. It was Thomas, my friend's husband, a man who listened, who saw the cracks in me and slid into them with gentle hands and quiet understanding. We told ourselves it was temporary, that it didn't mean anything. It meant everything. I found out about Daniel's affair 2 months later. I followed him one night, my heart hammering so loudly I thought it might give me away. I watched him walk into a woman's apartment like he belonged there, like it was routine. I sat in my car and cried until my throat burned. That night, I didn't confront him. I went to Thomas instead. And just like that, betrayal stopped being something that happened to me and became something I lived inside. I ended things weeks later. I begged myself to be better, to be loyal, to choose my marriage. Daniel eventually ended his affair too, though we never spoke about it. Not once. We both pretended the wounds healed themselves. But secrets don't heal. They calcify. Now, 37 years later, standing in the kitchen with broken glass at my feet, I finally handed Daniel the envelope. Inside were old letters. Proof. My proof. He read slowly, painfully, his breathing shallow, uneven. "I always wondered," he said quietly. My heart dropped. "Wondered what?" "If you knew," he replied, "or if you were doing the same." I opened my mouth, but no words came. Daniel laughed then, not cruelly, just hollow. "I was going to tell you tonight," he said. The room spun. "Tell me what?" He reached into his jacket pocket and pulled out a folded photograph. Recent. Him and a woman I didn't recognize. Her hand resting comfortably on his chest. "I've been seeing someone," he said, "for 3 years. 3 years. The number slammed into me harder than any confession. "I stayed," he continued, voice trembling, "because I thought maybe we were even, because some part of me believed you betrayed me back then, even without proof. I sank into a chair. The weight of time crushed down on me all at once. Decades of quiet compromises, unspoken suspicions, love built on omissions. So what now? I whispered. Daniel looked at me then. Really looked. His eyes were wet but clear. Now, he said, we stop lying. Or we finally admit we've been strangers who share a house. Silence stretched between us, thick and aching. I realized then that the secret I'd carried for 37 years wasn't just the affair. It was a choice to stay without truth, to love without honesty, to survive instead of confront. And the most stunning betrayal of all wasn't what we did to each other. It was how long we pretended it didn't matter.